So, welcome everyone to another episode of the Guild of Brockheart, brought to you by AED&D. You're here with Gil Glavinus, played by Donnie Danger, Gnomeface, played
Hey.
by the Man Bear, Sven Birchjaw, played by Knervishblurgen, and your DM 417. How's it going? We are on episode 29. We had kind of a longer session. Yeah, we had a longer session because the battle actually dragged on a little bit. I sent too many people at you. On a side note, I found my monster manual.
Nice.
It was in a duffel bag that I don't remember putting it in, and it was in the closet because I was going through some of the stuff to move it to storage, like in the garage or whatever. And then I'm like, oh, what? I thought it was just extension cords, and I'm like, what's all in here? I open it, I'm like, oh shit, there's the monster manual. So I actually have that.
You did good. Encounters in general always take a long time. I think this was an appropriate number of enemies.
Well, I was only going to give you like 4, and then I accidentally hit Control V one too many times. So I'm like, you guys get 6 now.
I like it. Gave me a lot of things to clothesline.
Yeah.
Including your allies. But
He tried, he failed.
that's true. He was just too short for you. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get started on where they're headed to. They're still working on the job on their way. But yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe.
Loot bodies.
What?
Loot bodies.
Well, we're not that far yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, comment, and all of that good stuff. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. But without further ado, any comments before I start?
Cheese.
Nope. All good here.
I'm good.
All right. So, last time on the Guild of Brockheart, our adventurers woke up bright and early in Ranvu, the fishing village that is now swamped with people because everyone's escaped or was abandoned in the sea. And they Knervishblurgen kind of hightailed it out. Okay, let me start. Let me go back. Gil and his knights were the first ones to wake up, and they initially went to go pick up and clean up the area, but the guards the guards around the campground have been doing a wonderful job, and so there wasn't much to do, and they decided that they were gonna read their knight's handbook and focus on the theory of being a knight first. Sven woke up, said hi to them, and as Gale was trying to rope him into learning about knighthood, Sven decided to hightail it out to the bar and realizing what time it was, then ended up slamming a Bloody Mary and then headed on back. In that time, Gnomeface woke up, waddled around the area to clear his mind a little bit, and joined up shortly before Sven showed up. They headed on out to out east. Yes. No. West. Yeah, they headed out west to go to the travel agency that's going to carry them across the canal.
Yeah,
and along the way, they have the quest to take out the bandits that have been terrorizing the group of survivors that are hanging out in a camp to just wait out the threats on the water. On the way there, they ended up getting ambushed almost, except they all were apparently very, very perceptive and did a little sidebar chat while the bully was trying to talk to them. I remember that part. and they end up fighting the 6 bandits and taking them out. Yeah, we'll join them when they come back in. They just finished the battle. Everyone's knocked out. Wilhelm has stopped peeing, and I think that's it. So yeah, that's where you guys are.
Okay.
There's been enough turns that Wilhelm now no longer has to go to bathroom. You guys have done quite a, you took out all the enemies, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna loot the bodies.
Okay.
No face. What are you doing? You're
Looting the
desecrating
bodies.
these corpses.
They're bad people, so I'm gonna take their shit.
Of course,
Roll
I forgot.
60-20.
Adventures. Loot everything.
Hey, they robbed. It's only fair that we take their shit.
It should go back to those they robbed from. We should
If we-
deliver this to the city.
If we meet any of them, then sure. What's up, buddy?
Very well known face. I'll leave you to this task. Me and my knights, however, will refrain from such undignified
Love you too.
behavior. And you, Sven? You won't partake in this travesty, will you?
I mean,
They're
look,
dead
man, arrows
people.
don't buy themselves. Yeah, they don't
Oh.
need this stuff anymore. Their
Oh, the
bodies are going to be
humanity.
turned into mulch, and you're worried about their stuff?
The humanity.
Look, if there's a ring with a name on it or someone's wallet, I'll give it back. But if it's just cash, it is what it is.
The adventurers are going to do what they're going to do. We
All right.
guys get
Go ahead.
enough money that we don't need to worry about looting anyways.
So you find a total of 600 Floyds and 3 packs of 10 of throwing knives and 6 daggers. Nothing special about the daggers. You can split that amongst you guys.
I look to Sven and I go, well, since you're up for the looting, what do you want?
I wouldn't say no to a throwing knife. Or 10.
I give him, I chuck him a pack of 10. I go, what about the daggers?
I'm good.
And the 600 Floyds, you want to split it even?
Sounds good.
Okay. So we do that.
I feel like someone's getting the short end of the stick here.
Hey,
I offered.
we have standards.
I'm not talking about you,
If
Gil.
they were monsters, that'd be a different story.
I offered a little bit of everything, and he took what he wanted.
All right. So they all can go.
So, no face? Is the quest notified as complete?
No, we got to find the people that they were taking and doing bad shit too. My quest is kind of generally pointing in a more northwards fashion. And I think that's where they have any captured people. And possibly their stolen goods.
Oh, so the looting did have a noble function as part of this little quest. That's reassuring.
Sure, we'll go with that.
If it makes you feel better, I'll give 100 Floyds of this to the first orphanage I come across.
This is very noble of you, Sven. I'm glad to see somebody here has an ounce of humanity.
Hey, I'm an orphan in this world. You may be, and I say this with clear exasperation and skepticism because I know he believes he's an NPC, but I'm starting to doubt it. And I go, you may be born to this world, but I was not. That makes me an orphan.
I suppose a lot of adventurers probably feel that way. I'll refrain from my judgment. You're
Well, now
definitely
that I think about it, a shocking number of adventurers are orphans.
not.
Like an unreal number.
Yeah, your behavior is definitely not any sort of anomaly. So, in comparison to most, it's not egregious. I'll look the other way. That and I've been on enough quests with adventurers to be used to this by now.
No issues executing entire populace of trolls, but the moment you're like, hey, we just killed a whole bunch of guards, don't touch their stuff, and then Gale gets all righteous.
Oh, they're guards now.
They're
Bandits.
Well,
That's
last
their
time they
fourth
were knights.
degradation.
They still got demoted. What do you want?
hey,
Yeah.
you know, Gale's a little bit racist against monsters. I think his favorite verse from the Knight's Handbook is when King Albert ordered the extermination of all goblins. In Brockheart.
Maybe the king isn't as good as you thought he was.
I say goblins have their own rules.
I think he's great.
Well, yeah,
Well,
he,
Gale certainly thinks he's great.
he
Yeah,
pays your
Gale, I'm sure
livelihood.
it did wonders for the property value.
Took a second for that one to hit,
Wrong.
but then
It's
all right. So regarding the quest, where to?
I follow the quest marker.
Okay.
Well, I don't follow it personally. I point Gale in that direction, and I follow behind him.
Oh, okay. Is there a clear path there?
I mean, there's a path in front of you, and he points you in a direction that's going kind of the same way as the path.
Well, let's take that way.
All right, so you end up following. I mean, this is like a path right in front of the ocean. Like it's
Mhm.
pretty similar for like the next hour. So like it was about, you could say like 10 o'clock when you first, maybe 11 o'clock when you first saw the bandits. Sven, roll a Constitution saving throw. And also, yeah, so it's about an hour along this path. And Gale, you end up noticing like it's a bigger like you noticing like a bunch of maybe a couple like small boats in the distance, and like a little, like you can see smoke, like a little fire. Like it looks more like populated than the rest of this.
Huh. Well, out of curiosity, me and the Knights are going to roll a perception check. I'm
Then
just
you
going
are
to point the
perfectly fine.
party. Oh, that
What
boat
was,
over there.
what was that con save against?
The Bloody Mary.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm looking at that boat on the water, the smoke on the water.
No, the smoke's
Just
not on
trying
the
to
water.
gauge.
The smoke's on the land, but at around the
Oh,
same spot that the like there's a couple like boot or not there's a couple little dinghies or whatever, like canoes on like next to the water, and then in front of you there's a bunch of smoke. Well, it looks like, you know, a bonfire or campfires, but like
Oh.
they're about the same distance away from you. Like the boats are in the water right by the other stuff.
Well, anyways, we roll some perception checks before like approaching. It could be more bandits chilling on the beach for all we know. You know, what do I make
I
of
say
them?
we blow up their boats.
I get a
So
15
they
on my
can't escape.
perception. I'm not going to dignify that suggestion with a response just yet, Gnome Face. Let's
Yeah,
see
also,
what
how are the refugees supposed to get home? Right? They're shipwrecked. If we can steal these bandit boats, it's a win-win.
That actually makes sense.
Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, let's just check over here. What do we make of
23 for my perception.
Okay, so you were still a ways out, but as you got closer, you take a lot closer look, and Gnomeface, what are you looking for?
What's going on?
Oh,
Like, are the bandits raiding the town? Is the town trying to escape? Are the bandits looting? Basically, just what's going on.
you guys see the couple boats there are like tied up to like trees on the shore, and you see like two people walking like in and out of the view because like there is the whatchamacallit there that's it looks like it opens up and you don't have the rock wall as you get closer, and you see like a couple people walk in and out, and they're not like donning the colors of the bandits,
Okay.
but and they look kind of like calm-ish.
Mm-hmm.
right? Probably not up to no good. They look a little carefree. Bandits would at least be a little shiftier, expecting maybe adventurers or the law to come knocking. I do have a scan ability I can use, but I don't want to use the MP for it. I feel comfortable approaching these people. What do you think, Gnome Face?
Yeah, I follow.
All right. I wave just not to surprise them. Hail, strangers!
God, I can't type today. Oh yeah. You kind of get close, and the people there, like you call out like, "Hey, they're strangers," and you see a bunch of them like kind of run backwards and go to hide.
Worry not. We are not here to threaten you. No face. Did the quest log say anything about this? Gnome face?
What? Sorry.
Did the quest log say anything about this, like frightened locals or anything?
No. Just said kill the bandits, and I kind of just clicked accept because you said we could kill things. I didn't really read it.
We're not bandits, if you're worried about that. We come in peace. I roll.
You hear someone like call out to you. You just raided us this morning. We don't have anything else today.
I'm going to roll. Okay, I'm going to actually use Voice of Brockheart. Gain increased charisma when speaking in official capacity for Brockheart. I guess it's kind of like just gets the bonus from Knight's Presence anyways, even though it's a different skill. So +5 charisma, so that's +4 total. I'm going to roll d20 +4 to try and calm them. I roll a 10. Listen, we are not bandits. We just vanquished them not too long ago.
You have to be a little more you have to be more like talking for Brockheart type of thing. You can't just use it for
right, yeah,
try and
okay.
convince people. If
let
you're
me roll
convincing them to like
this a
move
bit
to
more.
Brockheart, maybe, but like
I am a knight of Brockheart sent to bring peace and help these lands in the stead of Brockheart. And I assure you, we are not bandits. In fact, we have come to alleviate that threat from these lands.
You see someone's head pop up, like younger gentleman. It's like, wait, you're from Brockheart?
Yes,
A little glimmer of hope in his voice. Jesus.
I am.
How do we know? How do we know you're not just lying to us?
Well, I do have something marked with the insignia of. I shouldn't be showing this around, but these people are terrified. I can't. I do have King Albert's signature on an item in my possession.
They'd have to get pretty close.
Of course, yes, I would have to get very close to show one of you. I can come alone.
Don't face. Are you listening to this?
Yeah.
You have any ideas on how he can make it a little easier?
Not particularly. I mean, he's not doing bad. He's trying to speaking is not fun. He is trying to persuade them into not trying to kill us.
Gale, roll a
and
wisdom
I'm all
saving
about
throw.
violence.
I
Apparently, there's something I'm supposed to know.
also have quite a few things I could use to prove this. I have the tabard. I have a nice handbook. Oh, I rolled a 15.
You remember you have 2 knights in full armor representing Brockheart, plus you have the sash with the medals from Brockheart or represent the knighthood of Brockheart. I'm sure if you got within the eyesight of the people that you would think that they'd be able to recognize the Brockheart emblem from like 10 feet away. You know, you don't have to get close enough to show him his signature of King Albert.
True. The 2 knights accompanying me are donned in knight ordained armor. If any of you are familiar with Brockheart, you will be familiar with the workmanship of this armor. It is what do you call it? Authentic. I do have several medallions as well. My tabard itself is of Brockheart. I have a nice handbook.
I messed up on that reveal.
I have several ways of proving.
You hear the guy call back out to you. All right, well, get closer so we can see you.
May I step forward with my knights?
That is what I'm requesting of you, yes.
Okay. Jackson, Jones, approach with me.
We'll say that not good brown. They're like hiding all behind here. So as long as you don't get too close to it, you'll be fine and you won't spook them anymore.
I don't want to alarm you. Tell us when you've got a good view of us, and we will stop approaching.
All right, you can get here.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
There. The person that you've been talking to is like kind of like peeks up, takes a look, like, yeah, I know that emblem, guys. They are from Brockheart. They're actually knights from Brockheart. That I believe we can trust them.
Well, that's what I've been saying.
He kind of looks at you, he's like, as if the bandits didn't tell us that they were here to help us too.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good point.
One of you knights is like, yeah, boss, I should probably take it easy. They've been through a lot, I'm assuming.
Yes, I'm sure. Being raided by bandits is no small ordeal.
So they kind of like start to relax, and then they ask like someone chimes up. Have you guys come? Are you guys answering the job posting we put up?
If unless there's multiple job posting for bandits, I believe this is one and the same.
They're literally asking, "Are you here because of the job posting?"
Oh yes.
The response are like, "Oh, thank you. The the bandits have been pretty bad around here. Uh, we didn't know if could stay or if we had to leave because of it. We're just, we just want to get across the sea."
I mean, you guys still have your boats tied to the shore here. Wouldn't you still be able to do that?
Sir, no. Those two boats, those are just life rafts. Like if we try crossing the open sea, we're gonna get tipped over by the first wave that comes to us. Let alone whether the mystery monsters are coming at us.
Yes, there are those two. Uh, I would actually recommend you don't follow through with your plans. We do have some possessions that we retrieved from the bandits, and we will give back what we found. But even so, I wouldn't recommend braving these waves. Maybe head further west. There should be some sort of flying transport service that's much safer.
With all due respect, sir, none of us were going to brave the waves. You're the one who brought that up.
Oh, I thought you.
And second of all, wait, are you guys headed to Brockheart now? Because that's where we're trying to go. It's just we got sent off our path.
Yes, we were going to head to Brockheart in a bit of a roundabout way. There should be a flight service somewhere towards the west where we're heading. That should be able to get us there.
Well, what's up? Would we be able to come with you?
I don't see why not.
All right, I'm gonna go deal with the dog, and you talk to your associates.
Before we discuss any further, let me go retrieve the possessions from my companions. I head back. No face, Sven.
Possessions, you mean a bunch of daggers and throwing knives?
I know, right? Like, why did they need this for travel?
It makes me think they're not so innocent if this is their stuff. I think I stole the thief stuff, and their stuff is just hidden somewhere.
I don't know. Maybe they needed the money to pay for the transport. What kind of gold did you guys loot from those corpses?
Is it
I look at
identifiable?
Sven.
Do they know
I
the
look at-
serial numbers that were on those coins?
Serial numbers?
I look at Sven, and I kind of give you the look like, just kind of go with this and be like, I got 50 Floyds.
You have 50?
Yeah, 50 Floyds.
What about you, Sven? What do you have? Sven? These poor people have been waiting for their possessions to be returned.
I just roll something for my own benefit. Oof. Yeah, I only found 50.
Alas, these people did not have much to steal if that's all the bandits were able to take from them. And they needed even more of the same. Here, I'll take that and return it to them. Was there nothing else?
I got some daggers, but I think I stole those from the rogues and not necessarily from these people.
Yeah, if anyone's missing a set of throwing knives, let me know.
True. I don't think these people need throwing knives for getting to Brockheart.
I mean, they might now. We arm them. This escort mission gets a little easier.
True. Yeah, we can discuss that with them once I return their Floyds. 100 gold. These poor people.
Floyd's, not gold.
100 Floyds. These poor people.
Yeah,
Bandits.
well, they're poor farmers. What do you expect?
Bandits attacking and pillaging over 100 Floyds. What has this world come to?
They're poor farmers, man. They don't need money. They work the land.
And also, they're bandits. What are they going to do when they find out you're poor? Say no? They're going to take it anyway.
Yeah, don't take poor people shit.
True, I suppose that's fair. Well, can't really talk. Oh, Dan's back.
What?
I returned to the group, the survivors, with my knights.
Just you?
With my knights. Oh wait, guys, you guys can come with me. Like they know we're not. They know we're legit. You guys don't have to keep hiding over here.
You're the one they trust.
I mean, they'll trust you by association. You're with me. Come on. Come on. Don't be shy. Come
Hey,
on.
guilty by association. I mean, what?
Come on, fellas. No face, come on.
What?
Stop standing back there like a big old weirdo. Come on.
No.
Okay. Townsfolk, we were only able to retrieve 100 Floyds from the bandits that we defeated.
There's found.
There were no other possessions, to my awareness, that we found
Well,
stolen.
we mentioned the daggers and throwing knives.
Oh, did any of you have to lose daggers by any chance? We found a few spare ones on their corpses.
They're like, no.
No? Side of those daggers, these 100 Floyds are all we found.
Well, did you take
We
out?
also found throwing knives.
What?
We also found throwing knives.
Oh yeah, throwing knives and daggers. Sorry, I forgot to mention those.
They're like, yeah, none of that's ours. Did you take out like the bandit hideout, or was this like just what the patrol had on them? That's normally what we see that the patrol has on them, because they don't normally have stuff until they take it from us.
Oh, so the 50 Floyds wasn't theirs? Yeah, I'll take that back then,
Yeah, I'll take mine back as well.
if you don't mind.
No Face and Sven, I assume, come back up to me because I'm like holding out the Floyds in my palm towards these impoverished citizens. They just kind of like
I mean,
swap
if
it
they
up.
don't want it, I already said I'd be making a donation to the next orphanage I come across.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, anyways, Sven and
Oh,
No
no.
Face take the Floyds. I don't really protest since I suppose technically this wasn't theirs.
I'm also kind of getting like bored of the whole poor farmer people. I want to grind experience and work on my spells. So I'm kind of like, if you want to come with us, stay about 20 yards back and follow behind us as we head towards the place with the hippogriffs. Otherwise, the road to
There's a
Kiavastat?
bandit hideout that we need to check out first.
Oh.
And if you're looking to practice your spells, that sounds like the place.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are just
really.
gonna let
I-
Gale sit here and talk to them this entire time, and be like, "Oh, we found some charity off these people." We like you're the one who with the quest, No Face. Like you should be.
I'm working on it. I was trying to
Throwing
be
stuff
nice
in
and
there.
polite. But anyway, I look to Sven as he mentions the bandit camp. Like, oh yeah, bandit camp. The road to Kiovastat, I think that's the right name, is clear. We cleared it out on our way up here. You guys can head on down there and get drunk at the tavern. That's what everybody else is doing.
No, they're saying that what we killed was just a bandit patrol.
Mhm.
That none of the stuff that was taken was on the patrol that we killed.
Yeah, no, I
Which
get that.
means
But
all their stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, you're sending them about along on their way. Then we
Mhm.
can unhindered take out the bandits. I got you.
yeah, that's essentially it. I'm just basically like enough of the goody goody night routine. Let's go kill some shit, but trying to do it in a way that gets them going somewhere safe.
One of them
More murder, less babysitting. I get you.
One of them chimes up. But we're not headed that. Uh, the knight here said you guys were headed to Brockheart, and our plan is to go to Brockheart. I mean, if you want to go, yeah, our plan is to go to Brockheart. He said that we could tag along if on your way to Brockheart, and you guys will escort us to Brockheart.
I look at him. I look at Gale. I do a bit of a double take. A bit of lightning kind of sparks on my fingers down on my side.
Listen, calm down.
Hold on. I'm not done yet. A bit of lightning kind of sparks in my hand on the side, and I kind of sigh, and I go, we're going to go fight bandits at their camp. If you want to tag along, you will more than likely die. I don't really have that much control over my spells.
The one person chimes up. Oh yeah, go ahead. We'll wait here. You guys just come back on your way back.
We're not coming back. We're heading straight to the place.
I want to go over and whisper to Gnome Face. Actually, hold on, I gotta ask a meta question. They have like a caravan that's parked somewhere along the side of the road.
I mean, they have a couple wagons there, yeah.
Gnome Face, wouldn't you rather travel to our destination in a wagon than on foot for however many miles and days?
No, because I'm hoping we run into some critters and I can grind some XP.
I mean, I suppose we could always stop the wagon and kill stuff if we see it.
Gnome
We'll just make
Face,
better time.
roll a perception check.
Yep. A unnatural 20.
While you're talking to Gale, you notice that the waypoint for the quest is no longer pointing due east. It's pointing a lot more south.
I kind of sigh. I go, fuck. I guess we will be coming back through. But if you guys die over here, not my problem. Then I start heading towards the waypoint.
Oh, there is one more thing. Does
The one
anybody
guy-
need a short rest?
What?
A short rest. I lost a lot of MP during that fight.
I'm good.
What about you, Sven?
I mean, I'm not fresh, but I'm not exactly hurting.
What time of day is it?
Well, now with the arguing, no, it's like 1 to 2 o'clock.
Okay, I say we look for their camp, find a place outside of their view, and take a short rest until nightfall so we can ambush them in the darkness with a tactical ambush or tactical advantage. That way we get a short rest while prepping for an ambush. What do you guys think?
Sure.
All right, let's go looking for the camp. Which way?
South-ish.
Let's go southish, fellas.
Yep, I don't have it.
You don't have anything?
Oh, no, I was just looking. I don't know. The one guy was going to respond to Gnome Face as he was storming off, but I forgot what he was going to say. I think it was more like,
It's so comforting and it's so beautiful season.
oh yeah, he's saying we're fine here. It's just I don't know. I forgot what you said when you were storming off.
Don't die. It's not my fault if you do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he just responded. I mean, we made it this far. I don't see
Yeah.
anything killing us
Sorry.
besides the bandits. So
Golly,
I'm already storming off, so I'll keep my smart aleck comment to myself.
real gentleman.
yeah, you guys walk maybe like 10, 15 minutes, and then there's a fork in the road. The pathway
Actually-
kind of goes forward. Where like the mountains kind of like come back towards the embankment, I guess you could say, or like the water's edge. It's a lot darker there, like cloudy, like darker clouds above it. And then there's also one that goes left that kind of leads off into the mountains.
I feel like a bandit camp would be in the mountains.
Which one of them looks more recently traveled?
Oh yeah, we should just roll some checks. Roll perception checks for foot traffic.
That's wisdom.
Oh, nat 20 plus 4. 24.
Are you gonna roll Sven or no?
Sure. I have the opposite of that luck.
You see a dandelion that interests you.
Never seen one like this. It's like 3 fused into 1. Shit's crazy.
Danny, you end up noticing you end up noticing on the path going towards the mountain, it looks a little fresher, and you see like one of a bandit, or not a bandit, you see like a little tear of cloth that's in the grass that looks very similar to like one of the bandits that you just knocked out.
Much more recently traveled. If that patrol we fought came from the camp, and the camp is up one of these routes, they would have come through. And it looks like, yes, this tattered cloth must have sheared off one of the enemies that we just vanquished earlier. And he must have gone through this way here. Yes. The night detective is on the case. The bandit camp must be this way.
Good
I
monologue.
pipe. Yep. Thank you.
All you're missing is the classical music, and then like
Sherlock Holmes hat.
I was talking more William Dafoe, but
Oh,
just
Wait,
just
Boondock
less
Saints
murder
Willem
this time. Wait, what?
it's got to have the Walkman.
Yeah, the Walkman.
Boondock Saints Willem Dafoe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyways, you guys I don't know who's leading the charge or what. If Gnome Face just kind of stormed off in one direction.
No, I'm not that dumb. I would have
How's it going
stopped as
down?
soon as I started noticing some shit.
Well, the fork in the road. You were ahead of the group. Where do you go from there? Do you just wait for them, or yeah?
Gnome Face was ahead of us?
Well, he stormed off before you guys left. So
He was pretty eager. Gnome Face,
What? I'm texting.
are you going the right way? I'm pretty sure it's over here.
I said I was gonna follow you.
Okay.
okay, well, it's just like I said, you stormed off first. So I thought you were leading the charge, and then he found something different.
And then I commented with, I'm not that dumb. I would have stopped and waited for my muscle wall to take place.
No, you said until something happened, and then I said the fork in the road, and then you didn't say anything.
Okay. So the fresher
that.
path it is. The mountainside one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys start going through, walking up, or going down the path, and the path kind of is more of a. It's not like an actual road. It's more like of a dirt path that's kind of well worn in.
Right. I do want to say something. Is tactically speaking, if we were going to try to ambush this camp, we wouldn't be walking on the road. We would be walking to the side of it, a little bit into the wood line. So maybe we should be walking in the brush next to it, just so any patrols or guards don't immediately see us before we even get close to it.
Sorbet was delicious. I wish I would have made more sorbet. Also,
That's fair.
I'm so happy that I could represent China Eating Team.
All right, guys,
Sure.
let's just walk into the woods a little bit. Keep an eye on the road and trace that through the woods. It's tactical.
Mhm.
I mean, you get
That's how you know it's expensive.
so what?
That's how you know it's expensive.
So you start walking on the side. It slows you down a little bit, and you make it, and then there comes to be like a manufactured like gate that's kind of like it fits perfectly where like the mountain kind of like broke off and stuff like the two mountains end up meeting together, but like you can tell that there's an opening in between them that they kind of like grew apart from each other, and where you're currently at there's like a gate, but it's open, but like it looks like that, you know, there's man-made features on both sides. It looks like a gate would go
You a
there.
man-made feature.
Damn right.
Okay, so it's more or less, practically speaking, kind of a fortified position with one entryway through a
Okay.
pass.
That's what it looks like to you. Yes.
All right. Do we see any guards?
Not from the side of the road.
Okay. I'll be honest with you guys. Me and my knights took my knights took the brunt of the damage. I don't know about you guys. I chugged a lot of MP, so if you guys want to scout ahead or do some stealth checks and see what we're up against, by all
I'm
means.
not really stealthy.
You're
Yeah,
a
he's pretty
gnome.
flamboyant.
Yeah, and I'm also dressed in a robe that looks like stars, with a hat with big ass feathers, and I make electricity come out of my hands. I'm not very stealthy.
Well, just turn the electricity down.
No, don't wanna.
I mean,
Well,
you got
okay.
it.
Can't argue with that.
Damn it. I was counting on that height advantage. What about you, Sven? You want to do some scouting? I need a short rest.
I'm not the sneaky type, but I can give it a shot.
Okay, we won't be far. Just come running back if you get caught.
Okay, so how's this going down?
I'm going to be
Slowly.
meditating to restore MP. My knight's going to be trying to, I don't know, patch his wounds. Rest is on Sven.
You don't have meditate.
Then send the goat.
Can always
Nobody
make
will
it
kill
up.
a goat. They'll just think it's a random goat. Send the goat.
Okay, cool. What sort of intelligence are we supposed to expect the goat to gather?
I don't know. He's your friend. You tell me what he can gather.
He can gather danishes. He's pretty good at that.
Good answer.
If they have any
Well, then
pastries lying
We'll know if
around,
they have some pastry chefs.
yeah. Other than that, you know, he's not a spy.
Can't you talk to him? Aren't you like linked with the goat?
How about as linked with him as you can be with a cat? Like, it's not a psychic thing. He's a goat, my dude.
Oh, well, I don't know. I can shoot fucking lightning out of my hands. I didn't know if you could talk to your goat or not.
That is fair. Sometimes a goat is just a goat.
Okay. Well, then don't send the goat. Goat's useless. Have him eat some grass.
I'm creating meditate as level 0 skill.
My meditate's already advanced.
I'll roll for it while this is all happening.
Roll for it
Well,
113 times.
then it'll definitely be advanced. Well, you're like one with the woods, aren't you? Go hide in the bushes. Make a
Yeah.
mushroom grow out of your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a clicker and go on ahead.
I like the fact that you got the reference.
No, I'm just gonna, you know, sneakily as I can, just move on ahead. Is that gonna be wisdom, agility?
I mean, it's gonna be agility. Donnie, you get 1 point towards meditate. So what are you trying to do?
I mean, it's that survivability onion, right? Right now, I'm focusing on the don't be detected part of it.
Okay, so you sneak up to
I'm
the.
putting. Oh, sorry. Donnie, I'm putting something in the memes that I think your sister would love.
Oh, yeah?
So what I'm specifically trying to do is to sneak up as close as I can and see if I can get
Jeez.
some idea of how many of them there are.
Well, okay, so it's kind of later in the day now. You approach, and you can see that this is kind of like, it looks like it's a pubescent camp, and the fact like all they have is necessarily a gate. They have like a campfire, maybe a couple houses, and a meeting hall. You see like one person around the campfire, and then like there is a guard, so you try to be careful. That's all you can see before it make you start rolling checks.
I mean, would there be a check to just hang out here for a few minutes and just see if anyone moves from building to building?
Probably not, as long as you're not making noise.
All right.
Well, if he's going to hang out for a moment, do I get another roll?
No, not
Well, I
yet.
mean, it's a short rest. I've got an hour. Right?
I would say.
Let's see what's
A short rest is between 3 and 5 hours.
oh, between 3 and 5. Okay, so I've got plenty of time.
I thought a short rest could be as short as 30 minutes.
I thought it had to be half the length of a long rest.
If you want half your abilities back. And I thought you were just meditating. You didn't say you're doing a short rest.
Well, we were going to do a short rest, but I all of a sudden decided to start meditating, and everybody went with it. So,
Bet you can meditate on a short rest.
I mean, you can.
It's not particularly strenuous in terms of activity.
oh, I mean, like, yeah, I guess short rest doesn't necessarily have to be like sleeping. It's just not doing stuff. So can I meditate while short resting?
Before you do that, about like a half hour goes by, and you see like a few people. It's pretty quiet in there right now. You see like one or two like go from the houses to like the meeting, what looks like a meeting hall. A couple people come out and go back in. there's not like a whole lot of people. And then while you're there, like you hear some horses from behind you approaching.
Thinking quiet thoughts. I'm not gonna move because, good lord, Frito Bay flies across the road and a horse loses his shit. I'm not gonna move, but I'm gonna count heads as they go by. Not out loud, but you know.
So you're just off the road, like behind in a bush or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you stay there, you stay quiet. You see two of them roll up. Yeah, like they slow down as they get to the entrance, and you see one of the guards like pop out, and they say the salutations to each other, and then they're like, "Oh, we got some goodies to drop off. Can't wait for dinner. That time's approaching." And the guard's like, "Yeah, I really hope the guy puts me on break so I can actually go get some food real quick before I have to man the lunch rush, or the dinner rush." And then the two guys on horses walk in.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak on back. I'll give it a couple minutes and then I'll sneak on back to where Gale and Gnome Face are.
All right,
Yeah.
that happens, and you do that. You make your way back without disturbing anyone. So it's been maybe an hour since you first started approaching it. Maybe.
Right. Well, I'm in meditation, so not super perceptive right now. If anyone sees Sven approaching, it would be known phase.
I mean, or he would say that he's here, or I'm back. I don't know. However you guys do it. You guys are reunited.
Guys, what's happening?
There doesn't seem to be
Damn.
a
I didn't
whole
type
lot of
fast enough.
people in that camp, but I can't tell for certain because there's quite a few buildings and they could just be staying put. We're not far from dinner time for them, and one of them described that as a rush. So there's probably more than the 5 I saw.
Oh, I didn't get a lot of meditation.
So, are you saying we go in guns ablazes and we just nuke the entire place, or be smart about it?
Yes, known phase. We'll be smart. We have intel. They're going to have a lunch rush. That's prime ambush time.
Dinner rush.
He said dinner.
Dinner rush.
So I suppose going in while they're eating isn't the worst plan. The guy said there's goodies to drop off. Did I see where he went inside? I did stick around for a few minutes after.
The dinner? It's the big the
Oh
big
no,
building in the
the
middle.
the guy who rolled up said he had goodies to drop off. I'm assuming he means loot that he pillaged, correct?
Yes, pretty. That's a good thing to assume by that. Yeah.
Did I see where he went when he went inside the wall? I realize
did
this is
not.
now late to be asking that, but
You did not. With because like technically like the route goes forward, and it's just like okay. It pictures just a straight road, and then on the side you were on the outside like a country road. You know you have the ditch. You were about like the ditch, like a steeper ditch away, and then like like a country bridge where like it narrows up and then goes back out. Like that's essentially what the wall is doing. Like you couldn't really see in. Like how you were able to see in was you kind of like leaned over and looked in. But once the horses came, like you said, you stopped. and you weren't moving, so like you didn't really get a chance to like peek over the road to see where they went.
Fair. Yeah, that's all I know.
Well, I do have a bit of an idea.
As do I.
It might backfire, but before that, meta question: how much MP did I recover during that short rest meditation?
None.
Oh, that would suck.
Well, you're not gonna like my answer then.
Oh, none.
3.
I'll take it. Did my knights recover any HP?
Oh, I guess they were taking a short rest.
Yeah.
A 5 and a 6. Oh wait, no, they were doing HP, right?
Yeah.
And they were actually sleeping. Sorry. All right. So 7 apiece.
Right. Better.
I want to pitch my idea.
Oh.
Um,
Okay. You go first, No Face.
my idea is pretty simple, also pretty drastic. And it is an actual idea, not me just wanting to blow shit up. Though I'll get to blow shit up. I suggest that the ever so amazing, mystical, wonderful me walks up to the door and lights it on fire. And then, before you get all freaking annoying about me lighting shit on fire, I'm gonna run for it. And while I run for it, Gale and the knights can get inside and rescue any people that may or may not be in there. Sven can hide out in the forest and trap it and shoot like his poison and his bombs and whatever the hell he does to make people go all cray cray. And then when they're all like illusion dissatisfied, I'll just blow them up.
Let's one plan. Sven, did you say the gate was open or closed?
That's a meta question. Did I hear the gate close?
No, it's open, but there you do know there's a guard
This guard.
like right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I also had a bit of a plan. We could go near where Sven was watching and prep any moves we might have. I'm going to prep modify ability agility, modify ability spear fist. You saw how effective those were. And No Face, I was thinking while they're having their cookout, once we take out that guard from stealth, of course, perhaps you could cast your rain cloud somewhere within their camp where their fire is. They'll be distracted by the cloud, and also will have the extra cover of darkness without the campfire around.
I'll have to be able to see where I'm pointing. I can't just random target. I have to be able to see what I'm targeting. So if they're enclosed in walls, I would have to get on top of the walls or in the gate in order to see their campfire to cast the cloud.
True. Okay, No Face. Plan C. We'll approach, prep our skills, take out the guard, and if you can't find that campfire in a quick amount of time, like immediately once we get through that gate, you can burn the door and we go with your plan from there.
Question. I know you're talking about the cover of darkness and all, but does anybody in our team have dark vision? Because I don't. So that means we'll be as blind as they are.
Be more of an initial advantage.
I still don't see how. I shut off the lights. I can't see.
We saw where they were last. They didn't even see us coming.
Point.
I don't have dark vision.
Nope.
All right, so we don't have to take out the campfire. I know you guys want to hit stuff, but I don't know.
I mean, it's only going to be dark until everything's on fire.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's going to be more fire eventually. So I mean, like, yeah, okay. So let's try it that way. Let's prep our skills, just so we're not wasting turns in combat doing that. And take out that guard from stealth if we can, and then try to put out that campfire. We'll create more fire over time with your spells, and we'll see. But at least we'll get that initial drop.
I kind of look at Gale, and I'm not arguing your plan, but I understand why my plan revolves around me. Why does your plan revolve around me? And I say, I give him like a grin, like, I know you know I'm better.
Gnome face, don't overexert yourself. Wouldn't want your head to get any bigger than it is. Let's just get on with it. All right? I say a little annoyed. Very annoyed.
So what's happening?
We're doing that. So Sven, walk us to where you are watching. Apparently, it's a safe position.
And yeah, I'll take y'all there.
Right. Once we get there, I mean, we approach with Sven, trying to stay low and quiet as we can. Once we get there, do we see that guard standing guard? Do we see the walls?
No, you see what he saw before. You see the two mountains are there. Then there's literally a gate, like a gate that's open, but like on both sides there's like a little piece of wall, where the gate goes, but it's open. And on the sides of that, it's a mountain. So unless you're literally standing in the middle of the road, you can't see inside of it.
Okay. Do you guys have any assassination skills or sneak attack specializations?
Nope.
I guess that leaves it to me then. I'll use modify ability agility, modify my fist for Pierce, immediately take 2 MP from there. I mean 4 MP. And I'll creep up in a sneak attack, or trying to sneak up on the guard who's going to be at the entrance. And I motion for everybody, kind of stay like at least 10 feet back from me. Try to be sneaky too. I'll do the killing. And if I get caught, then we go full berserk. You light the thing on fire, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. So I roll stealth check. Creeping up on the door, trying to find the guard who's probably very close to it. With the plus modifier for agility, I roll a 23.
All right, you successfully get to the doorway. You have advantage, or like initiative. You can ambush the person.
I do that. I turn into the doorway, hoping that the guard is very close by, so I might pounce upon him immediately before he can react.
He's in plain sight, right next to the gate.
All right. So I get roll hit with advantage, right?
Yeah.
All right.
A 16?
No, that wasn't my roll.
Oh.
That was your roll.
No, that's what I heard.
I roll a net 1 on my first hit.
Ooh. Looks like we're going full bore, burn shit down.
I have advantage. Roll a 9 on my second hit. I get
Totally gonna burn shit
I
down.
get 4 hits, so that's 1 hit. I'm trying to conserve my moves, by the way, which is why I'm like doing them 1 roll at a time, in case there's another guard. Gosh darn. 21 for my first hit.
Isn't that your third swing?
No, that's my second swing, technically. My first swing was 2 rolls that missed.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
3 out
imagining
of
I'm
4 is what I meant. Like your third out of the
Oh.
fourth one. Yeah, you hit.
All right. Rolling damage for basic melee attack. From stealth, it's a sneak attack. That is 1d6 plus 6. Plus whatever you're doing for spears, fists. Obviously, these guys might be wearing.
Piercing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, are you punching or are you trying to slash?
I'm trying to slash him, kill him, impale him.
That's two different
Immediately.
things. Slashing and impaling are not the same thing.
Oh, impale.
Oh,
That would be
sorry.
piercing.
that's piercing damage.
Trying to pierce him. Trying to gut him.
Are you going for the killing blow?
Yes.
You
Don't make
succeed.
this a hostage. All right.
Aren't you a
He's
fucking
down.
MMA fighter?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just put him in a headlock and knock his ass out?
My hands are spears.
You did.
That was your choice.
What?
Yep, that was your decision. Just throwing that out there. Anywho,
Fuck.
you succeed.
I'm going to
You kill
regret
him.
this.
He falls over. You end up punching him in the throat. He falls over and just bleeds out.
Oh, you didn't have a lot of HP for a bandit. Do I see any other nearby bandits?
That raises a few red flags.
Was that the only one standing guard?
I won't comment on that meta. No, yeah. You don't like you punch him, take a second look, and just as Sven said, there was one guard monitoring the gate.
Okay. I go back. Guys, come on, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
I
We
follow.
continue infiltrating until we find where they're having their little dining operation.
I just picture this as like the classic movie scene where like Gail's in the front doing hand signals of like Navy SEALs formations, and everyone else is like, do you know what the fuck that means? And then
Like-
he just keeps going, and the fire's like, guys, let's go. They're like, oh, okay, and they go for it.
I like pump my fist, hold up 2 fingers, point at me, point at them, point at the sky. Jazz hands. Pump my fist again.
You got to throw some like off the face stuff. Anywho, yeah,
I think we're being initiated into a gang.
yeah, you hear that or you see that stuff. Yeah, continue. Sorry, I just saw that and it made me laugh.
Okay. Assuming all goes to plan, we continue sneaking further into their camp, looking for, assuming a bunch of people eating around a campfire. Of course, we're trying to maintain stealth the entire time, take out any roving guards that might
All right.
come across.
Looking forward as you enter what you believe is the hideout. You see in front of you a nice bonfire. There is like a big circle around it, but the path that you're in, well, the circle has a bunch of benches around it. The fire's pretty high. It looks like it was taken care of relatively recently. The path split off in front of you. One to the right, one to the left, like in a V, before the camp or the bonfire. Along the path, you see like what's kind of like built into the mountain or wall. Like you see like houses, but they're not completely like complete houses. So you have reason to believe that like these were built into the mountain. You see a couple on each side as they go, and the road curves around this giant building in the middle. That you have reason to believe that Sven told you is the meeting hall or whatever, the place that people came in and out of all the time. So while he was sitting there watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's a meeting hall that we just see this meeting hall. There's nobody around it.
Oh,
You see what I described to you. There are no beans currently outside or in like out and about.
Sven, I thought said they were eating soon, yeah?
That's what I heard.
I take a perception check. Does any building around here look like it'd be a good dining hall? Maybe they're not eating around a campfire in the open like I had imagined they would be.
I mean, you got a meeting hall, so I guess they have some sort of democracy, which is more than I would have expected.
I roll a 7 on perception.
The building in front of you looks like it is big enough to hold a couple large tables in it that some people eat at. That's all you get out of the perception.
I put my ear up to the door.
You're nowhere even near the door.
I approach the door and put my ear up to the door.
Okay. So you just got in past the gate. You decide to walk straight past the fire up to the door.
It's out.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Keep going.
Straight up to the door and put your ear on the door to listen inside.
Yes.
Okay.
You said the fire was out, right?
No, the fire is well going.
Oh, I thought you said it was taken care of earlier. I thought you meant like it was put out.
No, like it's roaring right now. Like it's not like low, so no one's gonna have to come out and check it. Like it was just checked. Fire was like logs were thrown on, and it's roaring right now.
That changes everything. I misinterpreted what you meant. I thought you meant it was put out. No face. Rain cloud.
yeah. Okay. I kind of try to scooch in between his legs and look at the fire and cast shower dance.
Oh, wait a moment. Does anybody rush to attend to the fire? Ears open. They might be coming from behind us.
Okay. You cast shower dance, build a fire. You start hearing some singeing or whatever, and yada yada. After a moment or two, someone does, or two people actually run out of the like meeting hall, and they don't run. They run up to the fire, and then they split off or run to the sides. Meanwhile, all of you roll perception.
I think I might be losing my brain. That's a T, not a D.
I roll a 10. My two knights roll a 10 and a 3.
Not 20 biznatches.
Gnome face. While you are looking at them, you can definitely tell that the two people who ran out were coming out to throw more logs onto the fire to keep it going. As you're doing that, you also hear footsteps of two separate horses approaching the gate.
Okay.
That's what you hear, or notice, or perceive.
My quest marker does mark this camp as where we're supposed to go, correct?
Yeah, after you went in, the quest marker kind of disappeared.
Okay. So it's not like my quest marker is leading me wrong. This is where I accepted the quest to. Sorry,
Well-
I'm having meta feelings and it's reacting, and I apologize for that, but I can't be completely.
So technically, the quest marker brought you to the group that was on the side of the wall, like that you met on the path. After talking to them and them telling you like, hey, our stuff is actually like the hideout's actually where our stuff is, and we'd like it back. Then it auto updated to this location.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, it's telling you that this is the place that you need to be.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling we're doing the wrong thing here, but I can't meta it that much. I report to Gale since he seems to have taken over this quest, and I'm like, "Hey, 2 horses coming. People are trying to fire back up." And
So Gale did notice
that's
that
about
people
where I
come
leave it.
out, but they didn't see, he didn't see the, like you saw their intentions when they were running out.
Mhm.
He did not see, he just saw 2 people run out to the fire and then run off and split in 2 different directions. You actually know why that they're there. Like, you have super
Yeah,
high
I
indicator
inform
range.
him. I inform him of the why. They're getting wood for the fire. They're trying to relight the fire. So far, nothing's been super hostile. Yeah,
The
sorry,
fire
I'm
did go
getting meta
out.
again. I'll just leave it at that.
Don't think too hard about this, Stoneface. I said don't strain yourself. We're here to kill bandits, right?
The fire never went
Anyways.
out, by the way.
Oh, fire never went out?
It just started, like, I mean, it's a bonfire. It's big. Like, it just started making a lot of singeing as water started falling on it. Like,
Well, I'm hoping to draw attention to it and not to us, who are probably going to be on the outer perimeter of it. And hopefully its light won't shine so brightly on us while we're sneaking around it.
well, okay.
Okay. So, Gnome Face.
I was just correcting him that it's not out. It's just got hit with a little bit of rain.
Gnome Face, Sven Knights. This doesn't change our plan. We don't have time or resources to go to other stragglers. Now is the time for the ambush to actually happen. We bust down those doors while they think a fire is being put out. That's when the real fire comes, the reckoning of the righteous. Let's sneak up to that door and then barge in as soon as we get up to it. Okay, so we wrap around the edge of the building while they're attending the fire. Hopefully they're too distracted by it. The rain cloud is dimming its light.
If you're going to try to sneak around to the building at this moment, you guys are going to have to roll high on your stealth checks to not be seen by the people taking care of the fire.
Okay, there's only 2 of them. Fuck it. I'm gonna rush one of them, Gnome Face Sven, try to range down the other one. I thought it was a bit of a wider area than that.
You got to make me actually draw this out.
I mean,
Hang on, give me a second.
it would help.
What was the specific wording of the mission? Were we supposed to just get their stuff, or were we supposed to take care of the bandits?
Take care of the bandits.
Yeah.
I might be mistaken, but I don't know if there's a peaceful ending to this for them. Like, we can try and persuade them to go to art school or whatever, but like, I don't think that's gonna work.
No, they're bandits, Sven. Don't get
Yeah.
philosophical. Don't get
I don't think they're
philosophical.
gonna. I don't think they're gonna pick up like flamenco guitar or whatever. I think we're gonna end their existence.
A little bit of light genociding can be good.
All it said was
with
take care.
I mentioned, Gnome Face mentions, I heard 2 horses coming as well. Maybe we shouldn't rush into the room. Like, this could go bad if we get surrounded.
This is our one chance to actually launch the ambush. So we have the choice. Once we take
do you want to ambush 2 fire tenders while potentially getting surrounded by the real combatants, or do you want to wait and back up and see what those horses I heard were?
Very well. My bloodlust is rising. Fine. Let's wait for these horses.
You're not supposed to have bloodlust. That's a barbarian thing.
Hopefully, the horses aren't evil.
Yeah, we'll see.
Fingers crossed, they're at least neutral.
Okay, Gnome Face. You've tempered my fire. We'll wait for these horses.
Oh, that's different. Gnome face calmed you down. That's okay.
You know, I know you haven't been playing with Gnome Face for very much long, Sven, but I'm actually quite the intelligent player.
Intelligent, yeah, but intelligent and reasonable are two different things.
Point.
See, he knows when like he could burn these two to a crisp, or you could wait a half hour and burn the 8 of them to a crisp.
Yeah, I suppose
Like-
once they've got their post dinner like turkey coma going on.
Yeah,
Is it Bandit Thanksgiving? We should have checked.
you'd have to check
I
the
don't know if
calendar, but
Thanksgiving is
it's
a
not
thing.
available at this moment.
Yeah, I suppose. There's no real way to find that out.
No.
Be a weird thing to ask during that last fight.
Yeah. All right, so you guys gonna stand here and wait in the middle of the
Well, I want to
road,
hide.
or are you gonna try ducking into a house, or try to like, I am part of the mountain now? How is it going to go down? I'm looking
Is
at
there
Gale
like
through a
an
bottle
alleyway?
right now.
Okay, so
Yeah, your
since you
bottle's
haven't
right
drawn
in
a
the
map
camera.
for us, we don't really know how the road leads into this where we are. So
Oh
I'd say
God! All right, fine. Give me 5 minutes.
okay.
At that point, I know you don't like when I do this, Dan, but it is getting relatively late, and I am actually very tired.
I mean, so I don't mind that you do it. I mind on the whole fact of like you could just, whisper, be like, "Hey, can you wrap it up real quick?" Or just mention, be like, "Uh, can we wrap it up soon?" It's most of the time you're like, you just interrupt and you're like, "Hey, I need to go. I need to leave now. Bye," and then you leave. Like
I've only done that like once.
there are easier ways of doing and accomplishing. Like I'm like, as long as you give me a heads up, like I'll fucking like steer the conversation towards a break. But like, yeah. Okay. So since Gil is making this way more complicated than it has to be, we will end. But I do want to draw this out for you guys.
More complicated, would you want us to walk into here and just start punching the first things that we see?
That's
mean,
exactly what you were just about to do.
That'd be easier on my part. Yeah. All right. Well, we got one part of the mountain here. We can expand that way. All right. So that's like that. Can bring that down here.
Technically, you're making it complicated by not just putting the pack of bandits right out the gates.
It was supposed to be
Gonna
easy.
argue with the DM. We're
It
gonna
was-
get like smoked next week because of you.
It was literally supposed to be easy. All right. Well, that's broken now. So let's. I actually want
First thing
more.
that's going to happen next week is like 3 bandit raiding parties are going to come back, and all of a sudden there's like 18 more people to fight.
Like planning for encounter always puts us at a disadvantage.
What tells you that part, buddy?
Nah, I don't know. All this metagaming. It's foreshadowing.
Why can't I
mean, the
fucking
whole-
select the last one?
The whole hiding thing makes me think that one of us has to do that thing from Rambo 2 where he's just covered in mud and like part of the hillside.
Like, I want to
Like a
do
couple
that.
guys come back and you just see his eyes open.
I want the full, like, almost Metal Gear Solid, stealth kill experience.
Next time we're in town, we have to pick up a portable cardboard box.
Okay, this is not nearly the right size, but it's close enough. Oh no, it's not even close enough. I really wish that other one would let me select it so I could just copy it. All right. Are you guys on the same map as me?
Yeah, I'm seeing
Yeah.
2 balls and like a cylinder.
Fair enough. All right.
Cool.
So everything by gray. I guess I should. fill that in. So this is the gate
That looks
down
like a
here.
nuclear power plant.
All right, cool. So that's the gate. If you want, I can actually fill this in with gray then, because apparently that's not enough for Donnie. Oh wait, isn't there like a fill like map type thing? I don't think so.
Go just get a bunch of generic tokens and lay them around like I do to create my maps. Pretty easy.
That's what I do too.
Well,
Generic tokens.
we're just gonna. Oh, all right, fine. That's there. That's there. This is the mountain, so you cannot go through here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Kaposh.
I'm just gonna keep pacing circles until I can get enough of this covered.
Compadre.
There's a fucking fly in my room right now, and it's bothering the crap out of me.
Dude, we all vanished. We got eaten by a big circle.
Oh yeah, all these should go to the map view, should they?
Unless you want us to be able to fuck with them.
I'll fix this for next time, but all right. So this is essentially good enough. So this is the inside of the mountain. Gates down here. Gates right here. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see the gate.
All right. So I'm gonna put squares of what color? What do you want? the house-
Brown. I like brown for houses. In a ramshackle establishment, I feel like a lot of them be made out of like wood.
All right. Well, you have. Oh, that's supposed to be filled in. How about filled in with this? This is the meeting hall that you think of. And then we have a nice little yellow circle. We'll make a brown circle. Why not? With the yellow inside. That is the fire. Can I grab it? Thank you. Maybe that's a little big. I'm sorry. There, that's better. All right, so this is the circle. So let's go back to the rectangles and we'll just do brown and brown. Why not? So the houses look kind of like this junk. Oh, can I copy that?
Well, this is so helpful. I'm glad we have a map now.
Oh, I forgot roll 20 can only undo the very last thing that you fucking did. I am not. All right, so what you currently can see is this.
Okay.
The whole point is you weren't supposed to fight outside of the place. That's why I'm like, okay, fine.
We weren't supposed to fight outside?
I don't know, were you?
I don't know. It seemed like you were giving us options.
I was hoping what I was giving you and what I was hoping are two different things.
I mean, there was a big old bonfire. It's kind of like a do not just barge in flag right there. That's what I read it as.
All right. And so freehand, we'll do black. We don't care about that. All right. So essentially, what? Why am I? I don't want to like move something. Whatever. So this is the pathway that goes through that you can see as. Oh, undo that one. And it kind of goes like this right around the thing. We'll add little like corners in here just for the sake of it. Because, people don't walk on the grass. Oh, it's like the grass that people don't walk on, that just kind of like grows in there.
It's gonna be like one weird bandit who decided to start gardening in this areas.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
like
a couple different
like
flowers,
triangles.
a bunch of grass and stuff. Like, this is what
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can
you
see.
can be a scumbag and have a green thumb.
Yeah.
Like these aren't mutually exclusive.
So, lastly, oh, hang on. Can I make this real easy?
It looks like a giant clown with a never-ending forehead.
Actually, I think I did this perfectly. Where like I literally just put everything I made into the map layer,
Really careful.
except that one.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. So you guys are currently. I'm gonna do this yellowish pale color. You guys are currently right here. So throw your characters down for next time.
Oh wow, that's not very far from the entrance at all.
You literally just walked in, and then you started rolling perception checks on what people were doing when you summoned a thundercloud, storm cloud.
Oh no, we were role playing for a while. I thought we were sneaking like past.
He looks like
things.
you.
Mhm.
With the beard and the jacket.
You gotta remember, stealth time goes even slower than combat times. Like 3 hours in combat is less than a minute.
Yeah.
Like when you're sneaking, it's even slower.
That entire conversation with you guys moving like 2 feet.
I guess. I don't know.
That's why
I mean,
I'm
like,
like, wait,
I'll
you're just
take
gonna
it.
run up to the door while people. That's why the people who
Dad,
were tending to the fire didn't see you.
Mhm.
in the middle of that,
Anywho,
those
so
triangles, it looks like
we're gonna pause here real quick. We'll join with you guys, and I'm muting no face. We're joining you guys in just next week. Someone's writing something. But yeah, join us next time when Gil leads the charge to destroy this bandit camp hideout. As everyone else is trying to follow along with it and see if they can figure out how to easily do this, or if they're going to get destroyed in the process. I unmuted no face now. Boo.
Hey guys, it's just my idea. You guys can say like, I want to just run.
Gale, there's no
into the
time for
building
that
and
right
kill
now.
things.
No time.
Anywho,
Yeah.
join us next week as we find out how this battle goes, because I'm kind of glad you didn't start the battle this session. Because
Yeah, I don't think I'd make it through the battle.
that's a lot of startup
Yeah.
work that I was not wanting to do. I was gonna cliffhanger it anyways. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, review, comment, and all that good stuff. And see you guys next time. Gil, send us off.
The knights hate bandits just as much as they love justice.
Don't turn into
You-
General
you'll-
Justice on us now. Anyway, we will talk to y'all later, and see you next week. See ya.
Yeah.